Well, we're at the start. It's about 6:45. We're starting in about 15 minutes.
This is when copyright protected music began playing, so I thought I'd step in. I was a little nervous at the start, knowing what was ahead of me, but also realizing that I'd forgotten the majority of the trails I'd be running on. We couldn't go 100 yards without deciding to make a wrong turn. It was just indicative of how the whole race would be.
That's awesome! That's awesome! Yep. Just taking a little walking break. Not trying to beat myself up too much. Run slow at the start, man. This first bit's the hardest part of the whole race. Taking it easy.
After leaving the first aid station at White Mountain, got on the road and I started feeling really comfortable, and this is where I started feeling my groove. I loved this road, and I've spent so much time running on it and cycling on it when I lived here. It was nice to be on familiar surroundings. Coming into Icebox Canyon, we managed to lose the trail. We missed a flag or something. One of the runners we were with had the course GPX downloaded on his phone, which led us further into Icebox than we were supposed to go. Looking at his phone, I noticed that he had his phone upside down. I stopped everyone and directed everybody just to go straight across the desert, so we intersected with the trail we were supposed to be on. It took a couple of minutes, but we got there eventually.
back behind the Wilson Pimple. 14.5 miles in. I'm exhausted. So exhausted. The last 8 miles were insane. Got lost with a group of guys. It was brutal. Oh my God. That was the best outhouse ever. We just relaxed. The next couple miles to Blue Diamond. Take a recovery time there.
Back out on the road, I settled into a comfortable rhythm and pace that allowed me to reset and recover from the beating of the first 15 miles. I was pretty tired at this point and really needed this recovery time.
Um, 21 miles in. Got to Blue Diamond at 20 miles. A little dizzy from my perceived heat. Legs are really beat up from just the technicality of the trail. It's so technical, and the little climbs just bore me down. I lay down in the shade on the grass for about 10 minutes. Felt like a lifetime. It was wonderful. Drank some Coke. Waiting for the dizziness to subside until I started feeling a little bit better. Ate some Rice Krispie treats. Drank more Coke. And just started walking. Alright. I'm gonna keep walking.
After taking it easy for a bit, I felt better. Felt like I turned a corner, but then the unexpected happened.
Well, it's a beautiful afternoon for a hike. My back is spasming really bad to the point where I can't run, or if I stub my toe, it just waves of pain. So I got 2 miles to go back to Blue Diamond, and I'm gonna drop. I mean, I'm on good time. I'm still on course for a 16-hour 100K, but the pain's almost making me nauseous. So it's just not worth it. Well, I did drop out, so I DNF'd the race. Sorry, my back is still tight. Yeah, I dropped out at 28.5 miles, so I didn't even make 30 miles. I think a lot of it had to do with I haven't done any core or back strength training for as far back as I can remember. All my weight training has been on my legs. So yeah, so I think I can attribute a lot of that spasming to my own negligence. So I got a mission now. I have a project for the winter. Time to do a little core strengthening. It's time to get on that boat. Yeah, I felt, I mean, running out the Calicos, heading out of Sandstone Quarry down to White Rock Trail aid station at 5.5 mile was pretty much what I expected it to be. I ran a little bit hard at the start because we kept missing turns. It was the theme of the first 15 miles. First probably 11 miles. Leaving Sandstone Quarry, dropping to this wash that was just destroyed by flash flooding over the summer. And I missed the flag, and I headed straight across the wash when the other flag was just like right there. Yeah, that was my first oopsie. But I estimated my arrival time at White Rock in 1 hour and 15 minutes. I hit it in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Spent 2 minutes at the aid station, refilling water bottles, and I took off. Ran down the road for a mile, really comfortable pace, just chilling. Got down to Willow Springs and jumped on the trail. And it just went down there. I mean, not running wise, performance wise, I was fine. I was doing a lot of speed hiking when I could. It's so rocky, technical. And if you roll your ankle or trip, you go into cactus. But for like the next 7 miles, it was just constant rocks, and you're like dipping and dropping. It's just twisting and turning. So you don't really get to run that much. Well, you can if you're used to it. I'm not used to running it like that. So I was going really slow with like 2 or 3 other guys, and we just picked our way through it. Got up to Icebox Canyon and totally lost the trail. There was no flag. I was running lead with this little group, and there was no trail. I just stopped right where I was. And the guy behind me was all like, "What's up?" And I'm all, "We're off trail." And I think I just barely took a right, and the trail kind of went to the left and down. We ended up going up towards Icebox Canyon, dicking around up there, and then we finally let's just go straight down and aim at like a 90 degrees towards the trail. The trail's gonna be like this, so we're up here. If we just go straight down the desert, we're gonna hit the trail, and that's what happened. We got the trail. That was probably the biggest one. Pine Creek was another one. We got a little tripped up, but yeah, it was just nonstop, just difficult. My feet are just so tender from all the rocks. They hurt so bad. But got out on the road at 15.5 mile, and I was running. I had to keep slowing myself down. I kept trying to run like 9:15, 9:20, and I kept slowing myself down to about a 10-minute mile. So for like 4 miles, I was on target. I ended up getting to Blue Diamond Aid, which is the 20-mile aid station. I got there about 45 minutes early. I thought I'd be there around 1. I got there at 12:15. I was a little dizzy from the heat. My body perceived it as being heat. Everybody else, they're fine, because Alaskan. I laid down on the grass in the shade for like 15 minutes. Dizziness went away. I felt a lot better. Got up, refilled my water bottles, reorganized my gear and everything in my drop bag. Took off. I thought I'd walk it out, make sure everything is cool. And I walked it out through the neighborhood in Blue Diamond. Got up to where the trail started, and started running down the trail. And I probably got about a half mile down this descent. And oh no, that's right, there's a climb first. Then you drop down the backside of it. That's what it was. It was like about almost half a mile climb you gotta do. Then you just drop and bombs. And it's called Late Night. That's the trail. The trail's called Late Night. And about 2/3 of the way down the downhill, my back just seized on me. I mean, it just seized. And I was feeling good at this point. I was fine. And my legs were tired and beat up, but
You know, we're racing, and yeah, I basically just came to a dead stop as my back was spasming, and I started walking. Walking didn't bother it until I kicked something. As soon as I kicked something, especially with my left foot, because the spasming was on the right side of my back, down low, it just sucked the air out of my lungs. It was like when you get a cramp in your leg, but it's in your lower back, and it's just launching up your back. That's what it was. So I said, screw it, let's just keep going. It's 8 miles around. If it's still acting up when we get back to Blue Diamond, we'll drop there, because the shuttles are right there, and it's the finish line. So everything you need is right there. If I was to try to keep going, which you go up what's called Hurl, and then you run up to Mud Springs, and you're going to be up there for hours if you have to drop up there. There's just no way out. And then you got to run over to Red Canyon. Yeah, there just would have been no way out of there. So after walking for 6 miles, about 6 miles, 5.5 miles, I'm like, I can't keep going like this. Even though I was still running really, my time I was still on 16-hour pace. So that was my goal. Anyway, that's my story. I took a shower forever, and my back felt a lot better after that. That hot water just loosened everything up. It's still tight, but at least it's not spasming as much now. Had some really good vegan dinner, and I'm getting packed up to leave tomorrow. And that's it. Going back up north. Well, I'm gonna pack it up and talk to you guys later. I hope it's a good video. I tried to shoot as much as I could, so hope you like it. Take it easy.